Nation, I'm Brianna Beltran outside of College Hall, where we're about to go speak with President Dr. Vela. He has spent 1 year at Texas A&M University, Kingsville, and we hope to see what he has to say. Congratulations on serving your first term academic year at Texas A&M Kingsville.
Thank you so much. It's been an honor and a pleasure.
How does it feel?
Yeah, I guess a year under me, it feels like it's been a journey. It's been a lot of fun, but I can't believe a year has passed, and done some amazing things, and very proud of the things that we're doing, and we're blessed to have an amazing team, faculty, staff, students, great community, very supportive of what we do. So a lot to be proud of over this past year.
Do you believe that you've accomplished all of the goals that you set out?
No, I think a lot of these goals that we set out early were very ambitious, but I think as this is a marathon, it's a journey. It's going to take some time for us to move, and oftentimes you hit some and you don't, but right now I think we're well positioned. We hit some are moving in the direction we want to move, and those are all positive. So it's good to set the goals, set them high, and go for it. Yeah.
Shoot for the moon, land among the stars.
That's right. That's exactly right.
What accomplishment are you most proud of?
I think right now for us is what I'm hearing, not just here at the university, but in the community, and especially in the South Texas region, is the sense that Javelina Nation is somehow energized again about the pride that we've had for so many years serving this community. There's a strong sense that we are present, we are relevant, we are highly relational with our communities, we are responding to their needs and what they're asking of us. We're at the table. We're with people that matter. Oftentimes, a lot of these cities and counties that are often in rural parts of Texas get marginalized or get left behind. That's really important that we don't do that. That is our backyard. We want to make sure that every community feels like we're there for them. So I think that has energized a lot of our communities and a lot of our students. And I feel very, very proud that we are being very thoughtful and intentional about building those relationships and ensuring that every community, every student knows that we've got their back. We're here for them to co-create, co-plan for a better university for this great region.
I think you're doing a great job.
Oh, thank you so much. That's more of a philosophical, overarching kind of thing, but enrollment looks good. It looks really good for this fall. Again, we're up, right now, there's still a lot of runway left. We're up about 20+% for first time in college students. That we are positioned and poised to potentially have the largest freshman class in university history.
Wow.
That's huge. Our retention numbers, that means our students are staying with us, are up. Research dollars are up 36%. I mean, we just landed the biggest grant in school history, 20 million from Dr. Mass, the College of Agriculture. I mean, there's a lot of tremendous positive energy right now, and I think our students are feeling that energy, that buzz about, wow, this is pretty special for all of us.
So, during your first year here, I'm sure you've made plenty of memories and attended almost every event. Yeah. What is your favorite?
I think anything that brings community and students together to cheer for either our teams, our academic teams, our sports teams, our intramural teams, or our Tamalada event. You know, all those things that just bring us all together. I love that, because that is when I think where you experience a sense of community at its best. And I think also what I have, as I reflect in my last year, when I came here in 1989, I was a commuter student, and I had to quickly get back. As soon as my classes were done, I'd get back to work, back in Alice. So I never enjoyed all these things. I never truly enjoyed being a part of a community, of this university community. And now for the first time at 52 years old with my family, I'm enjoying a lot of the things I didn't get as an 18-year-old, and I'm loving it. I mean, even as a 52-year-old father and now president of this university, I feel like I I can't believe I missed out. All these wonderful things this university has given for so many years. And I'm like an 18-year-old freshman again, you know, in some of these things that I couldn't attend because I had to go right back to work.
What has been the biggest obstacle or learning opportunity that you have faced?
You know, I think it was about ensuring that whatever we did was going to build a culture of trust, of loyalty, of integrity. That's important because I can't speak to what's happened in the past, but it's important that our faculty, our staff, our students know that we're all in and that we're going to do our best to give you guys the best experience with a top-notch education that will land you that amazing job is to be true to our word, you know, and that's culture building, but it's a strong sense of, okay, if I'm making this commitment, we better deliver. And that's a hard thing. It doesn't matter whether you're a parent just managing a household or you're the president managing a university. If you say this is what you're going to do for your students, for your children, for your community, you've got to do it, and you've got to be sure that you spend every last minute of the day working towards those things that are important to students in our community. Because at the end of the day, every student is worth it. They deserve excellence. I believe that students, when they experience excellence and they see it, they want it for themselves, they want it for their families, they begin to understand what excellence means. And that's what I want for all our students, because I know that's the key to prosperity, to happiness, and those kinds of things. So it's a tall order, but the whole team is up for the challenge, including myself.
Do you have any plans for this upcoming year? Anything up your sleeve that you've been holding out on?
Well, I think it's important for us. You know, we've been working on some things, and it's not something that we can do alone, right? We're going to need partners. The big one is a health hub. The health hub, you know, we are in partnership with Community Action of South Texas to deliver, you know, healthcare, mental health care, and those kinds of things. But we want to create a clinic, a space by which we can be more proactive with those types of services, not just for our students, but for faculty and staff, and extend that out to the community to ensure they have the best healthcare, the best mental health care they can get when they partner with us, Community Action of South Texas, and also Texas A&M University Health Science Center, who wants to also. So think of a clinic that could also be a laboratory space to prepare future nurses and future doctors, and those that we are in the works of making that happen. We probably can't build it out all at once, but at least the first floor could be that clinic, and that sustainable model by which we can provide top-rate healthcare for our students in our community. So that is in the works. It's not something that you do from one year to the next, but it's something that you plan to do over the next 2-3 years. So I think that's going to be a game changer. I think also introducing really focused on a new allied health sciences college. Our students are begging for allied health science type programs, and we don't want our students to come here and then have to leave somewhere because we don't have those programs like nursing, right? That's a big one, is how do we develop a program, a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, which is something that we're going to work on the next year to really bring home, to create a program by which we have a Bachelor of Science in Nursing specializing in rural healthcare.
So due to the recent attack on campus, students took to social media to express their concerns about safety on campus. Do you believe that we should revisit some protocols or check back in with the university or UPD?
That is always an ongoing thing that we should always make it a habit for us to bring students back in, to reassess and reevaluate whether we were true to what we said, but maybe we need to tweak some things now, or maybe we need to add some things, right? So yes, always safety is priority, and I want our students to feel like they can walk, they can jog, and those kinds of things. Obviously, it's a balance, right? Because do we want to create an environment where we just put walls and chains and gates everywhere, right? So it's a hard thing, because when you're integrated in a community, it's part of it, right? We don't want to create a fortress, right? Because we know we love our community here. So how do we find that balance? And through policing, education, reporting, and those kinds of things, very, very important. Yeah, those things we've got to revisit. We've got to bring students in. But what's important is that not one police force can do it. We have a great police force here. We have a great chief of police that's very responsive. It takes all of us, all of us as an active member of our community to report things, to see when something doesn't look right. Let's call it in. You're not wasting anybody's time. If we can all do that all the time, we are going to create a safe environment for ourselves. It's when you see something and don't report it, and then because you're like, well, it's probably somebody else's business. Prevention is key. And if folks know that, hey, our students are going to report anything, it's a deterrent. People aren't going to want to come here because they know they're going to get reported on. So every police officer I've met, they want to know. I don't care how silly it is. They want to check. And they're serious about it. They really want to do their job. And so we're not bothering them. If I don't feel safe walking from point A to point B, I call the police force and they come in and walk with me, kind of thing. So they want to do those things. That's the beauty of our police, is they really understand community policing, and they want to be an active member of our community. So yeah, we've got to revisit that. We've got to stay current. We've got to stay fresh. We've got to stay on top of the things that matter to students, and safety is top priority.
With the current appeal from the Supreme Court for Texas A&M Kingsville and the DEI, how do we plan to ensure equality in the hiring process and admissions as well?
So admissions has never been something that that didn't really hurt us or impact us as part of the A&M system, because that was never how we used it, admissions, right? We are one of 11 universities in the A&M system, and we are very proud that we serve our backyard. And that's been my focus. And our backyard is about 70% Latino. So that's who we serve. That is, I want to be sure that our communities, who are predominantly Latinos, know that we're here for them. And this is their university. So that has never been an issue. It's just, for me, it's about serving our backyard. And that's what we do well, right? As far as the DEI aspects of it, for me personally, it's about student success. It's about ensuring that every student, if a particular group of students is not doing well in a certain area, we have an obligation to be sure that we address those gaps. So if Latino students aren't doing well in math, let's say, that are ages 18 to 21, what are we doing to ensure that they do prosper in that particular field? So it's think about it of a system-wide assessment to understand where our students are, so we can ensure that every student is elevated and every student graduates. At the end of the day, for me, it's about, and you asked about hiring. So for me, I'm going to give you exactly what, as a president, the type of folks we want here is, first of all, we want to hire the best. And the best traditionally means education and experience, and you're setting yourself above. But also, for me, more importantly, is that educator heart. An educator heart does not see color. They see students and want to help them achieve their goal, right? So I've been making sure that everybody we get is all in for our community, and that's more important to me than hiring for a specific area. It's really about, if you're a true educator, you care about success for all students, 100%. Whether you're in the classroom or you're picking produce at HEB, if there's a need and a student in need, you're on. That educator hat never comes off. And that's the type of commitment we need from our faculty and staff and administrators here for this community. It's a hard mission because we have a lot of first-generation college students that don't know. It's our responsibility to ensure that they know that getting them through the finish line, getting them graduate, is a game changer for themselves and their families.
Do you have anything that you would like to include?
No, I just want to, just as an observation, we have such a community-minded university. We have great students like yourselves that just represent the best of what students are, because you go above and beyond. It's not just showing up to classes. So we need to be able to create more of those opportunities by which students can practice what they're learning in the classroom. So another thing I didn't mention is we want to revamp our federal work study program. We don't want students shredding paper anymore. We want those experiences to be intentional and something they can use on their resume. So we're taking that federal work study program to make it something that they can be proud to put on a resume as a work-based experience, not just, hey, I was a work study shredding paper. I think we can be more intentional about ensuring that students are able to apply what they're learning in the classroom and put it into practice, into jobs. And that's very important for us, because oftentimes you graduate and you're like, well, what's your experience? And students say, well, we have no experience. No, you do. We need to be able to articulate that for you, be able to ensure that you understand that that is a value that you bring to a future employer, and we need to be more intentional about that.
Thanks for tuning in to the Javelina Broadcast Network. This has been Brianna Beltran with the South Texan.